Okay, welcome. Let's just back up here. I was having a little trouble copying these guys and or moving them and putting them back on top of each other, so to make sure that they were at 0, 0. I noticed that I had polar tracking on, so perhaps that was my error. So anyway, I'm just going to move this last one. You do the same thing for all the others. Going to right click, move it, grab the base point, going to roll in here nice and close, and plunk it in the right spot, and roll back out, and should be good. So I have all of my layers now, and they're all on top of each other. And I'm going to save this as my finished drawing. So remember, I already checked to make sure that all the toolpaths work. So File and Save. Just waiting for that to come up. So my plaque of tests. So I've got that now all done. And I'm going to turn all the layers back on. So I had them all locked just so I could move that last one on top. So there, now they're all unlocked. I did want to mention something that I did forget. So this is, you can lock layers on here. You can also turn layers off. I'm going to turn all the layers off except for the 0 layer. And I just want to do that for one reason. So this is the original layer, the 0 layer, and we haven't touched this. And I just wanted to mention that one of the things that you probably should do is that all of these areas in here, in the face, any of these areas that I'm doing a pocket in, I probably want to check that my tool is going to fit in there before I get to the point where I've checked all the tool paths in Mastercam and, and I've split it all out into different drawings. So I really should have said that at the beginning. So the way to do that is just to make sure you draw a circle. So this is going to represent the tool. And as I told you before, you can't pocket out anything if the 3/16 tool doesn't fit in there. So I'm just going to click right here, and then I'm going to type 3/16, which is 3/16 of an inch, which is the smallest tool you can pocket with. Hit enter, and then that is the tool. And then I can take this tool and grab it. Sorry. Grab it. So grab the middle, and I can check, that it fits into these spaces in here. And if it doesn't fit in the spaces that you want to fit it, then you need to make the space bigger because you can't change the size of the tool. So I guess that's the simplest way to say that. So again, if it doesn't fit into the space that you are hoping to have milled out as a layer, then that part of the drawing should either be increased in size or perhaps changed to engraving, depending on the layer that it's on. Okay, so that's important. So just going to get rid of that, and I'm glad I talked about that. So, okay, I'm going to turn all the layers back on. So hang on, I'm just going to pan back over. I right-click to get there, and then escape to get out. Excuse me. I'm just going to turn all the layers back on so that I can bring them properly into Mastercam. All right, they're all on, and I'll just save that one more time. Save. Okay, great. All right, let's go back to Mastercam and let's work with this drawing of mine. So there's my separated one, which I know has told me that all the tool paths are good and work. I don't need any of this. It's not really right anyway. It just was done specifically for that one job. So now I'm going to bring in the real thing. So I'm going to bring in a new guy, and I'm going to get it off the computer. And I've got some stuff for school, and there it is. So open it up. And do I want to save this one? Nope, I don't want to save this one. I'm just going to bring this one in. All right, great. If you look down here at the bottom, you're actually going to see the word levels, and that's what we're going to work with in a few minutes, because right now we have 6 layers or so, and we just want to work with a few of them. So I'm going to come in here first, though, and then remember to set up my machine. And this is the real thing, so I'm going to go Mill and Default. And remember, this is my real one, so I'm definitely going to do the tool settings again, assign, sequentially, select, and I'm going to get wood out of the list here. It's at the very bottom. We don't really have anything for foam. This is your mock-up checkbox. So that's good. And then stock setup. So same as before. It's you just hit display. That corner is 0, 0, 0, just like it was here. And I'll just put Y at 10, which is 10 inches, and X at 14, which is 14 inches, and the black is an inch thick or so. So checkbox. There's my red boundary around everything. And the first thing is, now that I have that set up, I'm ready to do my first toolpath, but I can't do that because there are lines all on top of each other and it's not going to work. So I need to come down to the word levels, and then I need to turn off specific levels. So I'm going to make them visible or invisible. So I'm going to make this not visible. And I just got to get rid of the this layer too. So I think I have to make sure I just, I know there's a way to get rid of this box. I think I can just make it there, right? And then I can turn that off. Yeah, good. So the only layer I have on now is the face and the border. All right, just as an example. Now, what I really want to work with first is the outline. So I'm going to take the outline, checkbox it, and turn off everything. So this is the first layer that I'm going to work with, because I'm going to pocket between here and the outline of my product. All right, so here I go. I now have that ready. I can go back to toolpaths down here in the corner. And now I'm going to do my first toolpath, and as you may or may not remember, it is a pocket. So I'm going to do change, I'm going to do the border. I'm going to do this guy. Notice it's green, means I don't have any mistakes. I did a good job. I made a clean drawing. That's going to pocket out all the material in here. So checkbox, and remember the tool. Go to the library. I'm going to grab the 1/2" tool. Checkbox. I'm going to remember to change the, while I'm here, I'm going to grab all of them, because remember, which is a good idea, 1/4 inches tool 2. And 3/16 is tool 3, and 1/8 of an inch is tool 4. This is critical because that's how it's set up on our machine. I'm going to select the 1/2" tool, change the speed. Remember, for 1/2 inch it's 60, and then 10 is the plunge rate always, and 60 is the retract rate. And again, you could write some stuff in here about it, what tool you're using, and that you're doing the border and all the rest. We come over here to cut parameters, our first time through. Remember, I got to get rid of this. 0, 0. And then I got to go to roughing. Remember, pick zigzag is my pattern. Entry motion, I turn it off. You only have to do this once. Finishing motion's on, good, nothing wrong with that. And then lead in, lead out should be turned off. And now I put in the depth. So this is minus 0.25. And checkbox. So there.